Yo guys, what is going on? I'm excited to bring you guys the final draft of the UCO League that we did today. So now that the stream is over for the draft, we're now actually going to be starting our matches and such like that, and it should be fun. So if you guys can give the video a thumbs up, it would show your support for the Pittsburgh Pichus, as well as comment down below what you think of the next pair of drafts that I got and stuff like that. So this is what I got. You guys had said that I needed more bulk, and my aim was to get more bulk. Pretty much my whole plan, I think you can see it from what was obvious, is I'm going to take a lot of hard-hitting mons for the first half of the draft. That way, because, you know, of course, in OU and UU, they have the hardest-hitting mons, you know. More hard-hitting mons in those tiers than in lower tiers. And in lower tiers, a bunch of slower but bulkier mons. And that was my exact plan. So, my first pick, actually, in RU, since I am most familiar with RU, and my RU draft is a lot better as well. I was middle seeded in both RU and NU, so unfortunately my NU's kind of meh. I only could do the best that I could, but my RU is definitely very good. I feel as though a lot of people were not comfortable enough with the tier to where I was comfortable enough and I knew everything that was going on. So my first draft was indeed Rhyperior. Rhyperior does stop Talonflame one-on-one. There is Natural Gift, of course, which is ×4 if he has the Grass Natural Gift, but for now, you know, not really gonna worry about that, but because, you know, of course it's not one-on-one, it's 6v6, so I'll go out to someone that clearly, you know, resists that. But for now, I pick Rhyperior. Very bulky mon, as you can see. 115 HP and 130 defense is freaking crazy, dude. He's bulky enough to where you can just straight up just run the fucking special investments and special defense. This physical defense is already high enough to where he can take he can drain from Electros since it didn't stab. But yeah, his thing is really bulky, really bulky. I could just keep saying bulky on and on, but that's what he is. He's got Solid Rock as well, which receives 3/4 of damage from super effective attacks, so he doesn't take the full out power, he takes 3/4 of it, so that 1/4 does give him a higher chance to live. And he does wall Talonflame quite nicely, resisting both flying moves and fire moves, so he does stop it. That's why a lot of people run Natural Gift, but again, I'm not too worried about Natural Gifts because I can't just go out to somebody that does resist it. My next pick, though, for RU was indeed Electros. Electros, I definitely wanted to snag this guy as soon as possible. He is levitating, so he doesn't really have a weakness unless you got a Mold Breaker. But, I mean, I'm the only guy with a Mold Breaker Earthquake. I mean, there's Patterns, too, with the Haxorus, but I'm not worried about Haxorus. I'm really not worried about Haxorus at all. But for now, I chose Electros. It is a bulky electric type. It also does resist flying Pokemon, so I just wanted to, I'm really not fond of Talonflame, as you can see from my first two drafts being Pokemon that do kind of wall Talonflame. I say kind of because Natural Gift on the Rhyperior, and I guess you can Flare Blitz the fuck out of an Electros, but for now, I chose Electros. It is very bulky. I wanted to get a bulky Volt Switcher, and that's exactly what I got. Not to mention his move pool, as you can see, is very versatile. He gets Coil. I'm pretty sure he gets Swords Dance, if I'm not mistaken. He doesn't. What is he? Is it Hone Claws? Hone Claws. He gets Hone Claws, Power Up Punch. He gets a lot of moves. Drain Punch for recovery, Acid Spray to lower the defense by 2, which does give you the guaranteed kill once you lower something by 2. Example, Pika's got a Mega Sceptile. So if I go for Acid Spray, then my Shaman is guaranteed to take it out with an Air Slash, but I could just Hidden Power Ice it, so I don't even know why I would do that. But it's just an example, you know, guys? Just an example, you know? But, Electros does definitely do the job well done. Anytime when I play RU, he's always a staple hold on my team since he is a very good pivot switcher. He's very bulky as well, as you can see, from 85 defense and 80 defense in both defenses of defense and special defense. Not to mention that his special attack is 105 and his physical attack is 115. So overall, a very balanced mon, except when it comes to speed. So I don't really need the speed. When you're bulky enough and when you hit hard enough, you really don't need the speed. Had he had the speed and maybe the speed would also be 105, I promise you, he would not be an RU. I promise you that. Moving on now to the next wall that I chose is going to be Almamola. I think you already know what this thing does. It is a regenerator user, which does give me a third back of my health anytime I switch it in and switch it out. And this thing is just really fat as well. As you can see, look at this HP bar, bro. 471, and that's a no investment. I don't even need to run any investments sometimes, you know? But of course, if I do run investments, it is 534 max. So that is ridiculous, dude. That is ridiculous. I've had so many people tell me that base 80 defense ain't shit. I'm like, you must be crazy. You gotta be insane, because when you have 165 defense, yes, it is. The thing does not fall. Not to mention it gets its HP back, Wish Protect, so it is very, very good. I think it gets Mirror Coat as well. It does, so I could just straight up run Mirror Coating one, which pretty much makes it so that where I could probably run Special Defensive and take a Leaf Storm from a Mega Sceptile. And I then Mirror Coat it and blow it back. As well as the same thing, if Joey doesn't go over the Tail Glow on his Manaphy, which, I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. If you're Manaphy VL Mool, you would. But let's just say that's a really bad example. If Joey has his Tornadus T and he Hurricanes me, I'm guaranteed to live that, and I can Mirror Coat it, you know? So it's definitely really convenient, because again, this isn't Smogon battling format. It's a draft league battling format where you counter your opponent's team and you know who you're going to be fighting and you know their mon, so it's, you know, it's counter teaming. So yeah, this thing is knockoff as well, so very convenient. I know a lot of people actually don't expect that. Even Pain Split, just some crazy things that I could run for some countering. It'd be really fun to actually mess around with what this thing can do. But moving on to the NU draft, as you can see, it isn't the best type of stuff, because I was seeded number, was it 9 or 10? So there was like 9 people above me that could pick better stuff, and all of the picks that I wanted, barring Girder, Weezing, what else? Hariyama. Those are my top 3, and all of them were taken. Even my backups like Gramble and Miltank and Mismagius, those were taken as well, dude. So it's like, you know what happened? I had to do what I had to do with, and this is exactly what I came up with. So since Weezing, Girder, and Hariyama were all taken all before I could actually take something out of NU, I was able to snag up a Yuxi, which is a very bulky Psychic type Pokemon. As you can see right off the board, all of its stats are quite balanced, so it is, you know, quite the balanced Pokemon, and both of its stats are 130 with 75 HP. 75 HP isn't even bad. I mean, as long as it's over 50, then fuck, that's fine with me. I don't know why I'm doing 141. 252 is maxed out to be 354, so it does take moves quite well. Of course, it doesn't take a U-turn too well or a knockoff, but hey, it takes it. That's the plan. It takes it, and at least take it a lot better than a bunch of other Psychic types. You know, this Cresselia, but let's not talk about Cresselia. So this thing is very utility based. It can go with T-Waves, Rocks. I thought that it could get Healing Wish, but unfortunately only Mesprit can. It sucks, but I wish this thing could learn Healing Wish as well. That's so lame how it can't. But I guess for now I can go even a Heal Bell as well. I could even pack the Foul Play and get a guaranteed knockout on something. Just a lot of things that I could do with this guy, you know, a lot of things, dude. Knockoff as well, Memento, which is very, very good. This thing is going to be amazing. Because let's just say, for example, that Joey does have a Manaphy. What I can do is actually just go for the Memento, trying to take a hit, and pretty much, you know, I can pretty much take, what is it, a Scald, Surf, Ice Beam, Energy Ball, depending on my spread. I don't know, actually, no, what am I even talking about? No, I'll get blown back, dude. Let's just say I could be that guy to run Sash. You know, since it is counter teams, it's counter teams. So no, it's not foolish to run Sash, Yuxi. It's counter team, so I could be that guy and run Sash on any mon it's gonna set up and be that guy and just, you know, slap Memento. You still be at +2, you know, but at least +2 is a lot easier to handle than a +4 Manaphy, you know? So, but the initial reason why I chose this thing is that everybody was choosing a bunch of fighting types, and I was like, I definitely want to pick up this thing. It's also a really good special wall as well that I can use it into that manner, and it really does get the job done. I'm telling you, it gets the job done and everything. He can paralyze mons as well, and at the same time put up hazards. I can bring Yuxi Amola instead of you know, Amola and not Amola and Rhyperior, because that's blown back by grass. But I had another wall that I just cannot come inside of my head. But for now, it's my reasoning of choosing it and everything like that. So now we're going to be moving on to the next mod, which is going to be my Rotom. Normal Rotom form. I don't know why I didn't choose Mismagius. Big reason why I didn't choose it. A lot of people actually were upset that I didn't choose Mismagius over the Rotom. And of course, Mismagius is a better Pokemon, and he is bulkier, because Rotom, I mean, look at his stats. They're mediocre, but it's something. Big reason why I chose Rotom over the Mismagius is just for the Volt Switch initiative. Now, you're probably wondering why when I have an Electros. I guess I just wanted to build a Volt Turn Core type of thing with Yuxi, Rotom, Electros, and Mega Beedrill. So, I guess maybe that's what I was trying to do, but maybe it might work in my way, maybe it might not, but that was my initial goal. And a lot of people were upset that I didn't pick Miss Maggie's. Patterns has that now, but I mean, I guess it's fine. I mean, it's still a ghost type, which is good, so it does nullify that fighting, so it stops Pokemon like Hariyama, Girder, Conkeldurr, even though they all can learn knockoff. It's fine because it's just fine. It's just fine, dude. If they're gonna go for knockoff, I can easily swap out into my Rocky Helmet Alomomola. So, I mean, it's a funny thing about that too, is when they knock off somebody that has Rocky Helmet, they still take the damage. And it took me a long time to realize this, but they're slapping the actual item off. So picture slapping a very thorny, you know, helmet. You know, you're still gonna take the damage from that. So that made sense. Focus Sash, I will never understand that, dude. But for now, I guess Rotom can do stuff, you know, stuff. I could go Scarf Rotom, Trick Rotom. I could even go the kind of bulky Rotom too with the Willow Pain Split, Volt Switch, and Shadow Ball set. It can stop a few mons as well. It does wall Joey's Tornadus. If I run the thing Scarf, that actually can take out both Nappy's Gengar and Gardevoir. I can trick one of Kristen's Heatran or Ferrothorn, so choice specs, just be that guy. I can trick a lot of things, honestly, so I can work this thing into multiple ways. So for now, I may as well make use of it, but if I get bored of this thing and it doesn't really do what I want it to do and it doesn't do it efficiently, then I can easily just trade that thing off and get something better for it. But my last pick here is going to be Mawile, the Fairy Steel Pokemon. Biggest reason why I chose this thing is I did have an ice weakness. Thank God a lot of people actually didn't pick a lot of ice Pokemon. It's really only Joey's Weavile that really scares me. There's a Mamoswine somewhere out there too. Mamoswine does destroy Mawile, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I would never leave a Mawile in on a Mamoswine unless I'm gonna Sucker Punch. Otherwise, no. But the biggest reason why I chose this thing is a multiple amount of reasons where I was not even English. A multiple amount of reasons where, for one, it resists flying. For two, it resists ice. For 3, it resists bug. It just quad resists it. So it's like, what is a U-turn, dude? What is a bug buzz? Absolutely nothing, you know? Biggest reason why I did this as well is because Joey's Weavile is such a big threat. And with Keldeo and Mawile, I definitely should be able to handle Joey's Weavile. Not to mention, I can really just kind of bring this thing in kind of as fodder sometimes. Like if it's almost dead, I can literally just bring it in to get the Intimidate off, get a Sucker Punch off, die, and then bring in a hard hitter to do the job done, you know? So it can definitely be used that way. I've seen a lot of people use Landorus T that way, where he's almost dead and they kind of just get the Intimidate off just to sack it. So I am very content and happy with this intimidating user. My initial goal was to get Granbull, you know, a better, more bulkier fairy type that can intimidate as well. But unfortunately, I forgot who took it from me. It was Shady. Yeah, Shady took Granbull from me, so, and he was literally ahead of me too. I was like, okay, Shady. Okay, I guess I'll just go with Yuxi for now because I was gonna take Granbull, but okay, Shady. Okay. So I just made what I could do with, and Mawile being a fairy type as well and a steel type, it definitely walls Weavile to the farthest of extent, dude. I mean, you can low kick it, but it just walls Weavile to the farthest of extent. It was Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Knockoff. As well as it can take Knockoff the best. So even if I don't have an item on it, I will be definitely switching a thing in on a lot of Knockoff. But that's going to be it though for my last drafts, guys. Let me know what you think about my drafts down in the comments down below. I did take a ton of bulkier mons. My initial plan was to get Weezing, Granbull, and I forgot the other one, but I'm pretty sure I'm actually really content with Mawile, because Mawile was initially one of those as well. It's going to take 2 fairy types to just be that guy, maybe trade Mawile off, but for now, it was supposed to be Weezing, Granbull, and Hariyama. That was initially my goal. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any of those at all. None of them. I didn't get any of my initial NU drafts, but I got a lot of my RU drafts that I was interested in. So if you guys can give the video a thumbs up, support the Pittsburgh Pichus, comment down below what you think about the drafts, and you will see the first week matches go up. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. With that being said though, guys, follow the Twitter though, where we get all the updates and shit like that, as well as since you follow the Twitter, go subscribe to everybody that's going to be retweeted from that Twitter and who's actually in the UCL to support all of us and see our own perspectives. With that being said though, I think I've rambled on enough. That's going to be it. I'm not even speaking English anymore. Enough, bro. That's going to be it though. Hope for the Pittsburgh Pichus. We're going to kill this shit, and that's it. I'm definitely gonna be out of here. Boy.